Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
An AccuWeather alert remains in effect this evening as the remnants of Ophelia punishes our area. These are live pictures from the Rockaways. There are weather warnings for waves as high as 10 feet, though that doesn't seem to be the case right now there. Meteorologist Jeff Smith, of course, tracking just how long this rain will last. And more than a dozen families are in temporary shelter this evening after a massive fire burns through their Bed-Stuy apartment building overnight, leaving them in the dark about what to do next. Good evening at 6 o'clock. I'm Sandra Bookman. Joe has the night off. The rain has not let up all weekend, drenching our area. New York City right now shrouded by thick clouds and all that rain. Meteorologist Jeff Smith has been tracking the weather. Could the sun return anytime soon?
It depends on your definition of soon. How about 48 hours? By later Tuesday, yes, we could see some brightening, but until then, boy, we got Ophelia kind of overstaying her welcome. The remnants of Ophelia, that is, kind of circulating across our area. These heavier bands of rain rotating in off of the Atlantic Ocean, particularly heavy downpours right now over central Nassau County into northwestern parts of Suffolk County, also into parts of the lower and mid Hudson Valley, getting in on the act as well. So far with this system, since it started during the pre-dawn hours of Saturday morning, 1.78 inches of rain in the park, 2.36 inches in Belmar, and we've had unofficial reports of over 4 inches over southern parts of Ocean County, New Jersey. And wind today, no slouch, not quite as strong as yesterday, but we've been closing in on 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts at LaGuardia, even topping 30 miles per hour at Central Park, and that wind pushing this Atlantic Ocean water onshore, so there can be some minor coastal flooding at the times of high tide. Ocean County, also into eastern parts of Suffolk County, particularly along Peconic Bay and the Riverhead area. The wind kind of pushing that water right down the bay, and also some potentially 5 to 10 foot waves with that high surf advisory continuing. Cool out there too. Temperatures right now only in the lower to middle 60s. So the remnants of Ophelia in no hurry to leave. Additional rounds of rain through tonight and tomorrow. Watch for flooding or at least ponding of water in low-lying and poor drainage areas. And tomorrow turns windier again, especially at the coast. And that's something we'll have to keep an eye on, especially for the high tide cycles coming up for tomorrow and Tuesday. As we approach a full moon, the tides will already be higher than average, and we could be pushing more water onshore, maybe in a place like Rockaway Beach. And that's where my colleague Sonia Rincon is right now. Sonia, you've been getting buffeted with some heavy rain bands and a lot of wind there, right?
Heavy rain, yes. Right now there's a little bit of a lull, but Jeff, as you mentioned, the wind is not the worst defender from the remnants of Ophelia, at least not right now, thankfully. And I'll show you our view of the soggy beach here today at Rockaway Beach. It's always a little breezy on the ocean, but it is relatively calm on the beach right now wind-wise. You can see the seagulls are the only ones who don't really mind a rainy beach, and without a super gusty wind, they seem to be fine. The surf is definitely not all that calm, but it's only because the remnants of the storm are out there, so you certainly wouldn't want to be out there in a boat. Summer technically ended 3 days ago, but it's always nice to have a weekend or two in the early fall where you can still enjoy the beach. This definitely isn't it. We know beach erosion today could be an issue, tidal flooding certainly as well, but the tide is currently going out with the next high tide not until tomorrow morning. One good sign about the weather, we're hearing a lot of air traffic. We don't really see it because of the low cloud ceiling, but we're hearing a lot of the air traffic since we're so close to Kennedy Airport. Planes are taking off and landing, and that is a good sign because it means it's not the kind of storm activity that would ground flights. We're live in Rockaway Beach. Sonia Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Sonia, thank you very much. Stay with Eyewitness News both on air and online throughout the evening as the remnants of Ophelia continue to push through our area. You can download the ABC 7 NY app and get your forecast on the go. Check the conditions using our interactive radar and get weather alerts sent right to your phone. Other news this evening, 3 people were injured in a huge overnight fire in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Citizen app video shows flames spitting out of a 4th-floor apartment near the intersection of McDonough Street and Marcy Avenue. It took firefighters nearly 2 hours to bring the flames under control. 37 people needed emergency housing from the Red Cross. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson spoke with one of them.